Welcome back, my friends. This has been a while, and yet here we are with another battle replay in the rain. What a glorious sight. Yeah, I just recently got back from a friend's wedding, and we had to fly out, so I didn't bring the microphone. So, it's been a while since we've had our normal videos, but hopefully this brings us back to a sense of normalcy with the battle replay. Something cool about this replay, I'm against Blake R, and we're using the new smoke and sounds. I didn't have it on play, so you couldn't really hear, but we'll go check out the explosions. This new smoke and sound, Blake R has it because he is kind of co-developing this with me. He's the one doing the uniforms, so appreciate you for doing that, Blake. And yeah, so here we have, this is me versus him, and we have a bit of a role reversal. I am the British and he is the Swedish, whereas usually we are opposite that. Usually he plays the British and I play the Swedish, so this is a good battle. We had a good time, and it's very fun to mess around with the new smoke. The rain makes it very hard to see, but it's gonna make it difficult to lay out the battle plan with drawing, but I will give my best shot. Maybe once there's smoke. Alright, I'm gonna lay out my battle plan, and it's gonna be hard to see. Okay, there we are. So right here is my artillery. Actually, I gotta do the artillery. These are howitzers, and there is a bluff right around here that I have 2 units of line infantry and 2 batteries of 12-pounder cannons going up. The infantry's going to left to protect the flank, and the cannons going right here. And then I have, I think, another 4 line infantry. Oh, that's too big. 2, 3, 4. Line infantry holding the center and just moving straight forward. Not being too aggressive, just kind of getting the thing, getting into contact with the enemy. And on the right flank, just over here, there's 2 light infantry and 1 militia, along with 3 units of cav, all kind of skirting this left edge, going behind the compass, or not compass, behind the mini map, and going up to the right. I also have 2 units of cav on this side that can protect my left flank. So I went pretty cav heavy. I really don't know much about Blake R, but I think he had some defenses. There's a hill over here that he was defending, as well as a hill here, and he had artillery on both of those, as we shall soon see. But I don't want to go too tactical. We'll dive in. Oh, I totally forgot to erase all the things. There we go. Let's go. Let me just... Sorry, we're going to have to reload. Alright. There we go. Erased all the markings. You can't see very well in this map, so we'll get a lot of nice close-ups. But for now... we'll admire. It is very beautiful. It's an evening battle in the rain. Yes. Very nice. Check out those red coats. I'll show you the flanking force. Right here. So I got my light infantry, militia, and then a regiment of horse and 2 yeomanry as flanking cavalry. Let's check out. Alright, we just spotted some artillery of Blakars firing. And here's that ridge or that bluff I was talking about that I wanted to take. So as you can see, got my line infantry and mortars in the back with this little flanking force, and then another flanking force over there. Took some hits. This cavalry is about to get they already got hit by the mortar. I had my mortars target an enemy cav unit and it just was brutal. Let's see where these here incoming. Got one kill. Here's another one coming in though. Ooh. Got a few more there. Yeah, I really like the explosions and the smoke. I think it adds a very nice... Let's follow this cav charge. You got a beautiful cannon shot on my horses. Ah, but the flanking fire, oof. But my cavalry takes a heavy blow from the cannons and breaks, and I'm so near the border that they just never have time to recover. These infantry got a volley off and forced back his infantry. Let's see what else is going on. On the right flank, I'm now forming up, preparing to take the hill. He has howitzers on top of it, but they're firing solid shot, which is definitely less effective against infantry, although solid shot is quite good against artillery. So that is, if you have a bunch of howitzers, you can target enemy artillery with your solid shot. What a beautiful day for a battle, or evening. Got my artillery firing on the enemy. We forced this artillery piece back, broke two of their cannons. Now we're starting to spot the Swedish forces. Oh. Where's the cav? I know it's charging up. Oh, here it is. Up this steep incline, but they shall get the job done. Onto the other piece. So this is a little bit of a mistake, leaving artillery so exposed. Even one unit nearby that you could rush forward would have stopped that cav charge, but he's responding, sending infantry over. Are they gonna get a disorganized volley in? Maybe? Oh, here they go. My cav is standing there with their backs turned. Yes, beautiful. And now I withdraw my cav on this right flank. And I am just bombarding the enemy with artillery. Playing kind of defensive, or just a very slow assault. That glorious smoke there. Here's my militia. And my light infantry is taking the hill. Ready, let's go. There you can see the British light infantry on the hilltop, and the Swedish infantry moving up to confront them. A good flanking volley. Infantry though is pushing forward aggressively. That's probably a pretty good idea because these are light, not line infantry. Oh yeah, beautiful. Look at that, that's a beautiful thing. I gotta say, I really like this smoke. Ooh, getting flanking fire. I don't really want to engage with my militia or with my light infantry in melee. So I'm being relatively defensive, but look at this artillery that is just tearing these line infantry apart. And this is the best unit. These are the best units Sweden has. Oh, just so many casualties just from explosions. Solid shot coming in. Oh, just brutal combat. I advanced a little bit of line infantry here. Oh, we missed the little cav charge. He did a good cav charge while I was marching these troops forward, and caught him kind of unawares. But I had this one to support, so I managed to drive off the cav, but I switched out which unit was advancing because I want my fresh unit facing the enemy. Meanwhile, the British and the Swedes are facing each other across the ravine. The Swedes are under artillery fire. I managed to take out enemy artillery quickly. And now the Swedes have retaken this hill. Look at that. I get a volley off. That's good. A disorganized volley, but they're firing back. I have cav to support if I need to use it. I didn't want to use it yet. Oh, and I managed to rear charge some cav. Or with some cav, I managed to rear charge these expatriate troops and force them to withdraw. And now he is claiming the hill. And I'm sending over these guys who have bayonets plugged to confront the Swedes. Meanwhile, just look at that, man. Without firing a shot. That's just brutal. It is brutal, brutal. Let's go back to the action on the hill. Swedes are chasing my light infantry. But I managed to get a kind of a rear charge with these militia, although they're kind of going the wrong way now. Ooh, bit of a volley into our own troops. But now the Swedes are taking fire. And they break. Swing back to this side, and the main battle line has commenced. Those Brits are advancing, taking some casualties, but beautiful. Smoke in the rain looks nice. Moving up more infantry to support. Got cavalry on the wings. Phasing through the ground. Explosive shot. And between the cannons and 3 units, well, 2 units right now, but a third approaching. That unit of infantry breaks, and now I'm pushing forward. Well, I should be here any minute. In the center. And I'm trying to get a good flank on these 2 units. Meanwhile, the light infantry is climbing the hill once again. It looks like I got a good flank with these yeomanry. They've taken about 11 casualties, but nothing too bad. Let's see if any of these hit. Didn't hit, but it was enough to frighten them away. Oh, don't mind the train, that's just where I live. Alright, you're advancing. Infantry is not done yet, though. Even with taking on so many casualties, they are still fighting. He is withdrawing his troops, which is probably the best thing you could have done, because mortars can't move. If you withdraw out of their range, there's nothing that can touch you. Okay, did one of these recover? The round ends. Oh, I wonder if this one is it, or if it's this one. Nope. The round ends with a Swedish infantry unit tucked way in the corner. I wonder if it's this one. Sneaks around the edge. I just totally forgot about it. Anyways, into the action. These are some brave Swedish boys. Still volleying into the enemy still even winning the combat. But they just do not have the numbers. Meanwhile, I have this unit kind of hidden behind the ridge, so this unit, these light infantry can't really hit much. So he has some light infantry hidden in the trees. It looks like I managed to break the brave Swedes. But he's got more set up. My light infantry coming into flank, but once again withdraws. Probably a good move because my artillery is still hitting. And I am preparing a shock formation to take these trees. Oh, some friendly fire. I think I tell my artillery to hold fire there. That's pretty. That might be the whatchamacallit, thumbnail of this video, because that was beautiful. Get that nice water. The grass looks so weird from below, the way it spins. Alright, enough of that foolishness. Oh, my tea. I totally forgot about it. It's been steeping for too long. That's okay. Don't mind me. I'll get you a pretty spot while I situate my tea. There we go. That's nice. Ooh, it cooled down a bit. Oh well, still good. Oh, firing into the hill, very useful. I think I told them to hold fire eventually. On the right, I'm just taking pot shots with my light infantry. But here comes the action. The shock formations are advancing. Look at that, nice. Chasing them down. The rest of the infantry is coming up in support. Let's go launch the charge. Feel like a general on a hill, looking through binoculars, through the stakes and into the light infantry. Beautiful. Gonna get a couple light volleys off here before these guys charge in as well. Nice. Plug in bayonet. Second volley. Oh, you guys can't fire with your. They're trying to fire with your bayonets plugged. Here we go. Into the fray. Fighting cavalry, but we have overwhelming numbers. We did manage to withdraw one light infantry. Oh, it broke, but it recovers very quickly. And now more infantry is falling back. We'll check in on the cavalry melee. They were winning, but they just can't you know, the numbers game was in my favor. That's a lot of Brits. They're heading off. Meanwhile, I'm backing these Swedes into a corner. Oh, they're facing the wrong way. Still in cannon range. Meanwhile, the light infantry recovers on this hill, and there will be a valiant last stand here on this hill. Just you wait. Oops. I clicked off of it. My bad. I was trying to spin the camera and I clicked my other monitor. Well, tea break. Gotta like a tea break. Alright, here we go. Back into the action. As you can see, my artillery is now falling short, so I can't quite reach. So he's finally out of range, but these two units I had plug bayonets, so I'm sending them up the hill to chase down the pesky light infantry and some company infantry. Meanwhile, we got a battle going on here. These are light infantry they're charging, so it's a good move. But I thought, oh, they'll withdraw in time. And they almost do. But these guys started walking instead. I meant for them to run, but these guys get caught. And that is not good news for me. Oh, stab. I sent some reserve cavalry in. But it becomes a big brawl. Meanwhile, I got infantry firing on this infantry and a great charge up the hill by my bayonet wielding line infantry. But man, these light infantry brave to the last. My troops are tired and they begin to waver. One unit breaks. The other one is still holding firm but is now worried because its allies are breaking. Bloody combat here. Shots into the masses here, and that's enough to break my other line infantry. The two infantry units were repulsed by this one light infantry. What a beat. And now some company infantry coming in to support. Let's check back in on this side. He managed to break, shatter a light infantry. And I think break the other one, maybe shattered the other one. But I sent 2 units of cavalry in, and that manages to break the last of the, and a militia. That manages to break the last of the yeomanry. not yeomanry, the last of the line infantry. And so now I must take this hill that these light infantry have so stubbornly defended. I tried to send some cavalry up, but they got massacred by these company infantry. Let's see where my troops are. Alright, marching through the forest. Meanwhile, I have my militia and cavalry moving around this way. And I even moved forward my general. I cannot... Oh, I think I missed this. But, yeah. Blake got a good cav charge in here, and so now he broke these guys for a little bit, and now I can't move them. Even though they recovered, I can't move them and advance them, so let's go back to the ridge. Where are we? Aha, I got lost. Alright. And now the dense British waves are marching out. This one hasn't even taken a casualty. Swedes peppering down, sending shots peppering down the hill, but most are gonna hit the dirt here. So my troops are relatively safe. Ah, good pistol shot there. He has a square protecting, so that's a good move. I can't just cav charge it. I'm having my troops fire, but they can't hit much either. But I did get a bit of a extra flank. These guys can actually fire on the enemy. It's just barely. I have another unit coming up. Yeah, here it is. And now that he shifted to aim at those units and move up, basically I'm moving up whatever infantry he's not facing. Try and get some shots off. I don't know if they're going to hit anything. Meanwhile, on this flank, I'm marching some cav and militia up the rear. Epic last stand by the Swedes. But the British have had enough. They are charging in. Oh. It's kind of the wrong direction there, buddies. I had them hit. I just did charge, but they kind of went down the hill. Here they come. Oh, and he charges in his infantry to support. That's a good idea. That allows for some cav to come in over the rise, as you will see. There they are. That might be the thumbnail too. And this is just about the end of the Swedes. Or so I think. We've broken one. The company infantry is trying to form square. They are winning. Aggressive soldiers fighting to the last. But the numbers just are overwhelming. And they are now wavering down to 130 men. Oh, and they fall back. I don't know if any of them are going to survive. They're pretty well surrounded, and I was like, at this point, it was like, why hasn't the game ended? And then I notice on the mini map, oh look, way over here. And I guess he was sneaking around trying to get my artillery, but my artillery had held fire because they were doing friendly fire, so they disappeared from his vision. So I will fast forward this next part, but it's worth. He forms square and I charge it with cav anyways in diamond formation to break the final Swedish resistance. Yeah, this is good fun. I'm excited for more games and getting back into playing the multiplayer with you guys. Just look at those Swedish bodies from the artillery though. Oh my goodness. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Let's see. Sorry guys. It's hard to find where I am with all the rain. Oh yeah, I was giving him a fireworks show because he was just barely out of range. I can hit like right here, as we will see. Boom, boom. It's a bit of a fireworks show. It's always fun. But here the cav is moving forward. I have them occupy this gap here. Before charging in. They are very tired. We'll get a last little slow motion charge, but oh, if you guys have made it this far, I just wanted to run something by you. I had an idea of playing Napoleon Total War campaign with drop-in battles enabled and live streaming it, so that when I have a battle where it's worth it to do a drop-in thing, you know what I'm saying. Basically, I'll be able to fight you guys in my campaign in Napoleon. Empire doesn't support that, so I would do it in Empire, but it doesn't support it. So if you guys would be interested, let me know. I think it'd be a fun little campaign idea. Alright, look at that. The British horseman in diamond formation. Oh, and he sacrifices himself, the general, to charge through and break the square. With another formation coming up, but it is enough. It will kick it into play. It is just enough to break the Swedes. And that's our replay. So yeah, thanks Blake R for playing. That was a lot of fun. And if you guys are interested in a campaign where in Napoleon where you guys get to play against me for the battles in the campaign, that would be a lot of fun, I think. So let me know. I'd have to set up streaming. I haven't ever actually like done much streaming, so have to figure out how that would work, and we'll figure out a time that would work for the most people, but if there's interest there, I'll do it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Blake R, for playing and for doing all the work you do on the uniforms. And I'm excited to bring you guys this week's Dev Diary and all that. But until then, until the next video, I will catch ya next time.